I'm down the bayside at Scribbly Gums conservation area. It's a bit overcast down here. Over in the west it's nice and clear, so I'm hoping it's going to clear up here as well. Here's the first car. I hope there will be at least 3 today, because I know of 2 more that I have to find. I don't know exactly where they are, but I think I remember. I think I'll get in there. It's a clear, open area, and I'll know when I get there. All right, this one looks like a Borgwarner diff. It's got an X on there. Don't know if that signifies anything special or not. There's nothing here. And then there's a bit more over here. 6-cylinder, as you can tell. I've already cleaned off a few things just to speed things up, just to save me scratching around, wasting time. Okay, steering box. This was a drum brake front. And this mudguard here, I'd imagine that would have had the 3.6 litre little emblem there. This shape here I think is an XW. I think the indicator and Parker assembly is a little bit bigger on the XW. So I'm going to go XW. All right, alternator bracket is a good thing. It's probably the only usable thing here. And the number. Now, I can't really, I've got a torch here somewhere. I can't really see too well on here, because as you know, or as I've mentioned, I think before, these can sometimes be hard to read even when they're not damaged like this or not rusted away like this. All I've got here is a PK 2505 and then the rest. There's nothing else there. I might give it another sand. I found my bit of sandpaper. That was scratched off, but then I think I've got a little bit of sandpaper here. I might be able to improve on that and find out what that is. Sandpapering didn't help that very much at all. PK 250, possibly 5, but there's nothing else there. All right, there's the Falcon. The sun's just starting to come through now, which is good. It's going to warm up. It's a bit chilly and a bit windy. So I'll head off up the main track, see if we can find those old Holdens. I went up this straight track and I found what I thought was the area. It was a more open grassy area, not like this at all. But I went around a couple of times and it just didn't look right. I found I looked like a local, an old fella who was very friendly and very happy to help. I asked about some old car bodies and he said that he knew of a couple. He hasn't seen them for about a year, but he said there's a couple down the track. He sort of pointed over that way. He drew scratched a bit of a map on the ground and showed me where it was. He said the tracks had some unusual names, which they do. So I've had a quick look on Trail Forks. I'll take this track, Green Heaven. Let's have another look at that. Yeah, Green Heaven. So we'll take that one, and then that'll get me up into the area where he roughly said. So maybe it's a nice little ride. We've got the power track straight ahead. And this main one I think is called, there's a name for it. All right, flow control. And Rising Main. It's Rising Main is the main one. So I'll go down. I've been up on the right. I've been all through, up there, through. It sort of opens up a little bit. I've gone past the open part, but anyway. All right, flow control. And then I'll head, I don't know where I'm going to head. But anyway, the fella said there's a couple of cars where the names are a bit unusual. He said he didn't remember any of the names, but he said they're a bit strange. And I said, oh yeah, mountain bike single tracks are often they often have creative names or descriptive names and a little bit of a you know, punny names as well. All right, the day is clearing up over in the west. It looked terrible when I got up this morning. Ah, oh, sorry for that. Sorry for that. Look at this. Very nice. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, and another. And another. Straight ahead. There's that one as well. Haha, cool. All right, I'll get myself set up. All right, we've got a falcon, another falcon. I don't know what that is, but there's a bumper. It's a big bumper. It looks like an XC. I don't think that's an XC. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of rusty stuff just up there. All right. Let me start at the back, I suppose. That looks like an XW or an XY. It's bronze. It's got that bronzy colour. Where can we see a nice bit of bronze? Here on the top of the door. Okay. Oh, look, it's had a... How many of these cars, like look at that. On the inside of the door there, it's had a teal paint job over the top. And all of this here. Even the inside, even the parts you don't normally paint, that brown, has been painted teal green. All right, that's strange. It's got a diff, and that rear quarter has had one hell of a smack. It's probably what this one is doing in here. All right, tow bar. Don't know what GEC was. Okay, yeah, there's your diff down in there. And is that got a... Oh, the diff's got a tag on it too. I like those little things, little bits of information. I mean, I don't know what they mean, but it's... Oh, sorry, sorry about that. Sorry, mate. Get my fingers out of there. All right, still good. Okay, Falcon station wagon. There's no extra chrome or stainless around the doors. So I'll take it this is a Falcon. Oh, look at that, steering column was just ground. I'll cut right off. No hole in the floor, so it was a column shift something or other. Disc brake front end, so that makes it a Falcon 500. Just trying not to cast a shadow too much. Okay, that's where the brake master was, the brake booster. And that'd be the clutch master. So it was a manual, so we can guess 3-speed column manual. Okay, I've just sanded this off so we can have a look at what this car was for sure. JH, okay, so we've got Australia, H for Brisbane, so it's a Brisbane built car. 31, well that 31 must mean Falcon 500 station wagon. LC, that'll tell us the month and the year. And then its own serial number, 47893C. 47893C. 6-cylinder Ford Falcon 500 station wagon, 3-speed column manual. Okay. Poor old Falcon. All right, I'll just go up and see what this next one is. And a reminder to get some thumbnails. I'm so terrible at those details. All right, let's have a look at this. Oh, kick. All right, there it is. Yes, that's an XC Falcon. front bumper. Yeah, the front bumper is slightly pointed in the middle, I think. Come to think of it, I'm not absolutely sure, but definitely XC with the bumper jack slots. And that would have been pretty straight. That would have been a pretty nice bumper before it rusted out like that. The other bumper, okay, from this car. Oh, this one's an easy one. EJ Holden. Oh, this is such a complete car. Oh, well, it was, you know. Wow, they got pretty big diffs in these old Holdens. All right, so there's a diff housing. Has a differential, no axles, leaf springs. There's a door over there, and front, I think this is the front bumper with that little shape there. Wow, almost rusted down to nothing. Tail shaft, gearbox, engine, steering components. This would have just sat here, probably upside down for a long time. It's your 3-speed manual gearbox. That's a tiny little gearbox. Look at that thing. Oh, I love this. Love this. This little brass tap. Part of the heater? Heater maybe? I think if it was a Holden Special, it might have had a heater. I don't know about those little items. Oh, starter motor. Yeah. Just makes you wonder why, or makes me wonder why some of these parts weren't taken when they were in better condition. All right, bit of the front bumper there. Coil spring. That's that front panel that goes under the bumper. I don't know what that's called. We used to just call those a stone tray or a stone guard. But I've also heard the term beaver panel, and I don't really know what that is. I don't know if we really use that term. There's a spare part there. That's still good, but it's probably a very common part. So there's that part. That's good for something. It's been sitting under the she oaks for a long time. Drum brakes with a drum brake shoe. What is that thing? I don't know what kind of information these things would have been. Yeah. Is that a letter U? 4-4? No, not important. Yeah, another angle of the steering box. Yeah, front bumper. Door. There's a door over there. It's just amazing. Look, there's even the bench seat was there. I just find this so interesting that this car was just so complete. That is just, normally these parts are taken while they're still good, and I don't get it. Anyhow, EJ Holden Special, manual, sedan. All right, can't avoid my shadow. Oh, I thought there was a dead snake, but it's not. It's funny how your eye sees something serpentine and you suddenly get all alert. Okay, well, I am quite happy with that. Now this here, actually I'm very happy, because this here was not, sorry Piety, fancy apologising to a spider, I don't get it. Yeah, these I didn't know of. The first one, the Falcon, yeah, I rode by that and you couldn't miss that, and I remembered where that was. These two, no, haven't seen these before. Very odd to find just an XC bumper on its own. I would like to find an XC. Yeah, so these two are new to me. Now, I've been into the area. See, mean, it's not unthinkable that some cars are taken out, because I think that, I don't know. I can't think of the real reason. I guess if there was a car that was near the creek and it was kind of decaying and there were oils coming out of various parts, maybe somebody might go, look, that's polluting the creek, let's get it out of here. But why those cars, if they were taken, I can't imagine why. I can't imagine. I mean, a lot of people might think that's an eyesore, but I think that's one of the nicest things to see. I just in the landscape, an old car wreck like that is, I think it's just, just the decay there. Reminds me of an art form, if I'm not being too silly. All right. For all I know, I've had it for the day. For all I know, I'll get out of here and not find anything else. Chances are there are a lot more in here, just off the edges of the track. Just like normally, there's a gully. Look over the edge and you may find something. I may find something on the way back, but if I don't, I'll say thank you very much for watching today and look forward to seeing you soon. All right, cheers. Bye-bye.